40 over bridge, right on big jump, 40 over bridge. Slight right, left 7 on jump, small crest, left 3 minus, 80, right 6 over crest, 40, right 2 in on jump, into left 4 long,
go left 1, 75, long right 1 on crest continues.
John Cope wasn't a happy man. Despite sitting inside the top 10, he just couldn't seem to find that extra edge. But he was in 7th overall after these opening 3 stages.
Flat right, then flat left on crest, and caution flat left on crest, immediate left 2 continues. 150, right 1 on crest, into yump on bridge, and crest damp inside, left 1, mud maybe, 150, flat right on crest yump, 50, right 2 on crest.
Willie Bonnywell was keeping out of trouble in 8th place, despite a couple of moments which he just shrugged off. Tristan Pye's navigator, Kirsty Riddick, had been nature watching after a small excursion. She had seen an otter crossing the road. But despite the distraction, the Group N Subaru was in superb 9th overall. It was another Subaru rounding out the top 10. Despite patches of damp on some corners, David Miller was happy with his performance so far, in the almost ideal conditions. Stage 4 would see the action move further north after the one and only main service halt of the night. We'll go on board with James McGilvery and Ian Fraser as they near the end of the stage. But oh no! It was still damp in places, and they were lucky not to go too far off there. We now move on to stage 5, and still it remains slippery in places. Two more good stages for this local pairing would see them end the night in 4th overall. At the end of the leg, we had a quick chat with James.
Morning. How's that first leg been for you tonight?
Yeah, it was slippy. We had an overshoot in the Michelin logs, but the last 2 have been a lot better, so yep, happy.
And the rain kept off for you?
Well, it rained a little bit in the last bit. I think you know it's going to be slippy. It's not so bad, you know. It's but it's a lot slippier than last year. So.
Okay,
yeah.
James. Good night work. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks very much.
With his car back in 4-wheel drive, Tony Bardi was back on a charge for the remaining stages of the leg. But when we caught up with him at the final control, it looked like he had had a hard night.
Good morning, Tony. How's that first leg been for you?
First 10 mile was good, and then we had a problem. I didn't know what the hell it was, but we did 3 stages with a broken front drive shaft, so...
Bit rough out there then.
Oh, it was all rear-wheel drive and then a bit of 4-wheel, and so now we've got no excuse. We're still not fast.
Got time to fix that now overnight, ready for tomorrow's stages.
Now the drive shaft's fixed. Did that service, but hell, it's quick.
You enjoying it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Good to be back in this car.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Tony would end the leg in 14th overall. Ending the leg in a superb 15th overall, it was Wayne Sisson.
Wayne, good evening. How's that been in there for you today?
Yeah, it's been good getting ourselves back into it. Daniel's not done the rally before, and I've not done it for 10 years, so we're quite happy. I think we're where we're lying. We just took the wrong tyre choice on the last 2 there, but that's part of learning this rally, I think.
The conditions are the same for everybody, a bit slippy out there.
Yeah, the last two I think would have been good grip, but we were just on the wrong tyre.
Ready for tomorrow now, daylight, do you prefer that?
Well, yeah, I'm more used to daylight than, but I've really enjoyed tonight. I can't complain, you know. We're here and fight another day.
With a change of car for 2008, Tug Sherrington was quickly getting to grips with the Mitsubishi and would end the leg in 12th overall.
Tugs, how's the new car?
It's alright actually. It took a bit getting used to on the first stage, but I think we'd softened it off too much, and we clicked it up a bit because we knew it were going to dry out on the next two stages, and it were down Gribben and Scridden. It were fantastic. It were really good. I'm just getting used to it really.
But all clean all the way?
Yeah, not a problem at all. I mean, we had a couple of little indiscretions, should we say, where it just stepped sideways on me, but I got it back. It wasn't, you know, I'll just get used to it. I've never had a four-wheel drive turbo car before, so it's like anything, isn't it? You know, but I think I'm getting used to it now.
8th, 9th and 10th places were very close. Paul Kirtley holding on to 10th and David Miller just 2 seconds ahead in 9th.
Good morning, Dave. How's that first leg been for you?
Strenuous actually, but you know, we've kept it on the island, so we're still here. So it's not been too bad really, has it?
Been very slippy out there by all accounts.
Yeah, it's treacherous actually, yeah, but still a long way to go, yeah.
No other dramas?
No, we've been alright really so far.
Leading Group N and 8th overall, it was Tristan Pye.
How's that first leg been for you tonight?
Started off a bit dodgy. We went off on the first stage, but scared me a little bit for a few stages. But I think we're back on track now, so it's been good. So,
was that just down to being nerves on the first stage or wrong tyre choice?
No, everything's right. Just driver. Yeah, went straight off. So, but it was okay.
No more dramas?
No, not really.
Small crest, left 4 minus late. Small crest, left 4 minus.
It was the end of a great first leg for Chris Hall and Richard Milliner. But that heavy landing on stage 2 had caused a few problems, as Chris explained.
The start of 2, we took a jump way too fast and we knocked the tracking out, so we carried that right through them 2 stages, and as you can see, we've had the tracking's still way out, the steering wheel's way out, so we're just getting through tonight really and looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, daylight stages tomorrow. Do you prefer the daylight or do you prefer the dark?
The dark, to be honest. The bigger guys normally take time out of us in a day, so we'll just see out. We're trying to lose too many positions tomorrow really, and hopefully get on it again tomorrow night.
It wasn't such good news for his father Dougie. You can see him here on the right. The car had slid off the road, ending his rally on the spot.
150 is your dad. Left 7 and right 7. Concentrate, yeah? Yeah. 40.
Finishing the leg in 7th place, it was a very relaxed Willie Bonniwell.
How are we doing, Willie?
Fine, just steady away tonight. Bit with the wrong set of tyres on for the first few stages, but we're starting to get the confidence in the grip now.
And what the stage has been like out there?
Well, I thought they were pretty slippery. They didn't look slippery until you were on them. Then they were slippery. So we had a few wee moments, and but we've just calmed down and been sensible and get through.
At the end of the day, you're here now, ready for tomorrow.
Exactly, that's the main thing. Friday night, get through the Friday night, and then worry about it. You just let all the other guys go ahead. Ban that out.
On board with John Cope, and he seemed to be enjoying himself.
And left 3 on crest, 75. Caution right 4 on bridge. Yeah and a half. Into left 1, 50. Junction left 6. Into right 4. 50. Right 1. And left 2 out.
But at the final control of the leg, despite his 6th overall, it was a rather deflated John Cope.
How's that first leg been for you tonight?
You want the honest truth? Absolutely terrible.
What's the problem?
I think I was caught napping to begin with, but the car just was all over the road, so I really struggled on the first 3. Came into service, did a bit of messing around with it. It seems to be a lot better, but we're nowhere near the pace.
Okay, see how you do tomorrow, John.
Okay, cheers.
Daniel Harper could not have been much happier by contrast. The Mini was truly flying.
I believe they've been telling me you've been flying tonight there.
Yeah, it's just very unpredictable. 1 minute it's dry and there's loads of grip, the next minute there's just loads of running water, you know, it's just unpredictable, so you just be a bit careful. But a couple of big months.
Okay. Got a smile on your face, you must be doing alright then.
You got to enjoy it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Only 2 minutes ahead and in second place, Callum Duffy had certainly been trying. And despite a high appetite for rear tyres, he set fastest times on the 2 final stages.
It's been up and down, struggling to get grip, but it's quite slippy. But now in the last 2 stages we've developed a misfire at high revs, which has lost a bit of time with that as well. Quite a good time in Calgary, but a really bad time in Lochtua. It came in worse in Lochtua. Don't know what it is, no idea.
At least you've got the whole night to sort it out.
Yeah, we've got the night to sort it out, and like I say, it's still running.
But holding on to a 15-second advantage, it was the young Paul McKinnon who would head back to his bed as the overnight leader.
The first few stages were excellent, really good times in there, but in them last 2 stages we've lost the power steering there, so we've dropped quite a bit of time. It's kind of an intermittent problem. 1 minute we've got it, the next minute, so it's not really too good for the confidence there. Go round the corner and suddenly it's, you know, but I don't know, we dropped quite a bit of time in the last 2, but hopefully not too much, but apart from that it's been quite good.
Are the conditions suiting you then?
I wouldn't say so, to be honest. I'm finding the car's moving about quite a bit. I don't know if we've got the right setting or not, but you know, it's certainly a bit of a handful. I'm sure everyone else is the same, but hopefully tonight we'll try and sort that out and fix this steering problem, and then we're ready for tomorrow.
And in the classes, the smallest engine class would be headed by the Vauxhall Nova of Matthew Tarbert, who held a minute's advantage to the Corsa of Mark Constantine. Mark had been on the reserve list and was lucky to even get a run.
Well, it was pack up and go home really, because obviously we didn't have a run. So we were just planning our route where we were going to go and spectate, to be honest.
And I believe you got a phone call at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, we did. We got a phone call and said, can you be in Salon in a quarter of an hour to pick up some numbers? You've got to run. So it was all hands to the pump to swap tyres, sort the car, fill it up with fuel and get up to Tobermory with our documents.
In Class B, it was Ian Mackenzie in the little Peugeot 106 Cup car who just held the advantage. Just 28 seconds behind after 6 stages, it was the Peugeot 205 of John McCrone. He had certainly been driving on the ragged edge at times. With Chris Hall holding a commanding lead in Class C, second in class would belong to the Escort Mark II of Doug Weir, with third in class currently belonging to another Escort, this one belonging to Dave Hopwood.
Into K right, into slight left over crest, 50, 90 left.
First 3 stages, I went out on cut slicks and it was really greasy. I just hadn't got the confidence in them at all. I wasn't getting no feel at the front. So, you know, we dropped a lot of time. We put it off slightly on Glen Harris, just up a bank and then back on again. Probably dropped, 20-30 seconds. But I've swapped a pair of wets on the front for those last 3 and we've gone much better. So I'm hoping now we've pegged some of the time back. So, yeah, feeling better now for tomorrow.
So here's confirmation of the top 10 at the end of a long first night. with McKinnon Jr. heading the timesheets from Duffy. Then just a handful of seconds separated third through to 6, with Paul Kirtley rounding out the top 10. We'd also lost Wesley Patterson, who retired after 4 stages due to feeling unwell. He assured us he'll be back next year. To see more action from Leg 1, go to the bonus section on the main menu of the DVD. Leg 2, and it was fine weather that greeted the crews for the restart in Salon, where once again we caught up with some of the drivers.
Paul, line first place overnight, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. It's I suppose it's better to be in the lead at this point than 15 behind, but last night we had a few problems with the power steering there towards the end, so hopefully the boys have changed the whole rack and the pump and everything, and I'm really hoping they'll get a clean run through the afternoon today, and we'll just see how Callum goes, and we'll just try and preserve the car, I think.
Are you aware he's behind you, or are you just going to keep driving your own event?
Yeah, we're aware he's there, but there's, at the end of the day, we can only do our own thing. The car is essentially a Group N car, so there's only so much these wee brakes and the suspension can take. So at the end of the day, if Callum's got a bit in reserve there, we'll just have to try and stick in there. But the thing is, I'm really enjoying it at the minute. It's a great position to be in. It's unexpected as well. So I just want to keep going and get to the end, and you never know, our luck, you might just get there.
Callum Lyons, second place, going into the daytime stages. You had a bit of a problem last night when we spoke to you. Think you fixed the problem?
We hope so. We found a cracked plug, and so we're hoping that's the problem. That would definitely would have added up the problems we had. So we haven't tried it yet. So you can't. It only comes in at really high revs, so hopefully it'll be all right.
Okay. And the daylight stage is a bit of a short leg this afternoon. How do you take that one?
Flat out. There's no other way to be. The two of us are just. It's a battle, between me and Paul, and there's only one way to do it,
Keep it going, Callum.
Cheers.
All right, Danny, third overnight, going into the daylight stages. How do you attack this one now?
Same as last night, really. Just have a good steady run, see what comes of it during the day. See what these two boys in front, just have a fall off.
That's what you're hoping for, is it?
No. It's I think it was just a good fight this afternoon. It'll be all right. Yeah, should be good.
You had a smile on your face last night when you spoke to you. Let's hope you have a smile on your face later on.
I always got a smile on my face.
How do you fancy the daylight stages?
I think maybe some of the boys behind us will go a bit better in the daylight, but we've just got to work away and see what happens. It's all we can do.
How did you enjoy last night?
That was slippy last night. A lot of big moments last night, and we kind of held station at 4th, 5th overall all the time, so it was all right, but it was very, very slippy.
And it's nice and dry. Let's hope the weather keeps up for you today.
It's dry at the moment, so we've got tyres on that's hoping for a bit of shower in here or there, but it'll be slippy no matter what. It hasn't, there's been so much rain for the last week there that it's going to be on the road anyway, so we'll just have to see what happens.
Great result overnight, 5th overall. Do you think you can keep it up?
I'm not sure. It was a bit unexpected, to be honest, to be that high up. I think the conditions suited us with the main slippy. I think we might lose a couple of positions today, but hopefully not too many.
And was there any work to be done on the car overnight, or is it pretty much the same as last night?
We attacked some of the jumps a bit hard last night and did a bit of damage to the front, so we've changed the hubs and some of the suspension components, so it should be all right now.
John, line 6 overall overnight. You weren't very happy when we spoke to you last night. What are you like this morning?
A better mood this morning. We think we've got to the root of the problem. We've softened the suspension off an awful lot from where we would normally have it, because we've tried different tyres this year, and I think it's backfired on us a little. The tyres have got more grip, but she was bouncing over the road a lot, so like I say, we softened it off last night, and although we weren't on the pace of the front runners still, I think it felt better, so hopefully today she'll be able to push a bit harder.
Just going to say, we're going to see another Saturday afternoon John Cope push.
Well, again, you never know what's going to happen here, but yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I mean, when you look at sort of the 3 cars around us, there's within 16 seconds or so it's all to play for.
Willie, 7th overall overnight. How do you fancy that one?
Oh, that's fine. It's a steady run last night. It was pretty slippery, but just behaved myself, listened to my navigator. just got round. The main thing was to be here this morning, not be in the trophy rally, which is the usual where I am.
And the conditions last night were very slippy, but the same for everybody, of course.
Aye, it was. I mean, I was driving pretty cautiously last night. I mean, you could really feel the car sliding about. And I haven't really driven this on tar, so I didn't know what it was going to do over crests and things. And a fright down the glen, and that was enough to keep us sane for the rest of the night.
Are you looking forward to the daylight stages better than the dark?
Definitely, yes. Yeah. Oh, so I think everybody is. In all fairness, I mean, none of us really like I don't believe anybody really likes the dark. You know, you've got the car's loaded up with lights are all going, heaters are on, etc., etc. So it's hard in the car as well.
Tristan, 8th overnight. What's the plan for today's stages?
With it being daylight, hopefully I'll be able to go a little bit quicker, try and catch up on the locals, but they'll probably go faster as well. So I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Got a smile on your face anyway, let's hope we see a smile on your face at the end of the leg.
Yeah, so it'd be good if we finish this one.
Paul, you're still smiling again this morning like you were last night?
Yeah, I always enjoy this. I'm not entirely sure why, but I have a really good time.
I was going to say, last year you had a bit of a moment on Calgary Bay in the afternoon. Have you got that marked down this time?
Yeah, I've got that. It was really at the back of my mind all the time yesterday, and it just any time the sort of same conditions came about, I was just backing off a little bit. So a little bit dry. Hopefully we'll light at the tyres a little bit this time now.
Okay, Paul, good luck.
Thanks very much. Cheers now.
So, as the cars headed out to the daylight stages, here's what was in store. Stage 7 would run from Killycronan to Kilninian, before 2 stages around Calgary Bay. Then it would be the Mishnish Locks to a service in Tobermory, before the final 2 stages around Greeburn and Screeden. So, as McKinnon set off into this 11-mile opening stage, we'll join second-placed Callum and Ian Duffy.
Go 1,000. To long left 3, slippy, tightens 100. To right 4, 200. To right 1 over brow, slippy. To right 1 over brow, slippy, 100. To right 4, 100. To open left 3. Into open left 4, 300. Flat over brow, 100 into left 7. To right 2. Into left 6 plus right 4, 200. To right 4, 300.
Further on in the stage, and we're now on board with John Cope and Rob Fagg. And those clear skies are starting to close in.
50. And caution flat right on crest, immediate left 3, don't cut. And long right 2, and open left 4, 50. Crest and right 4 on crest at Armco. Into right 1 on crest. And flat left, keep right, 50, bump right 1 on crest, 50, straight on crest and flat left, 75 to phone box, and long crest, and flat left, 75, flat right, 50 to post, sign and right 1 at junction, into caution, right 1, tightens to 6, late at post. 150. Right 1 over crest, 75. Straight on crest, 100. Left 1 and double caution yump, 100. Flat right farm, 50, long left 1 on crest, 100.
We're now nearing the end of the stage, and this is the Nissan of Tony Bardi. He had finished leg 1 down in 14th place, but was back on a charge in the daylight. It was McKinnon who topped the timesheets ahead of Duffy, but a superb 4th fastest here for Bardi moved him back into the top 10. Stages 8 and 9 would be the loop around Calgary Bay, and a large crowd had gathered at this uphill section, known as the Steps. McKinnon was first into view, and once again would set the pace, stopping the clocks 7 seconds ahead of Duffy. But at least the rain now looked to be holding off, a stiff breeze keeping the clouds away. We're now back on board with Duffy in the early